Hello! We are live!
Are we?
We are now.
Wait. Well, the stream is a bit delayed, so we don't see it yet.
Well, this is a very special stream. Because this is not just your ordinary Potato Lemon stream. This is a Valley Railways preview stream. Now, if you don't know what Valley Railways is, I assume most of you are coming from the announcement in the server. But it's a game, and today we are going to be going through this preview, which has just released at the time of starting this stream. So yeah, you can join. The link is in the server. It is also...
People are joining so damn fast. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and we're all while we explore this thing with all you guys, we are going to be answering some questions which we asked for. And yeah, and I'm joined by two fellow hosts. Generic, introduce yourself.
Hi. Well, I'm Generic. Some of you may have seen my videos. I'm not going to promote my channel right now. I'm a developer at Valley Railways. I make the graphic designs for the game. So very cool. I also do scenery work. Yeah, basically that's it for now.
Okay, and we also have Movies, whose messages will appear at the top of the screen. Say hello, Movies. Movies is the big dog, the big head of development.
Yeah, but he doesn't speak.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, this is the preview, and I've got some lovely photos to show you. So yeah, what can you do in this game? Well, you've got some scenery, obviously, some houses made by Mango Ratio. You've got some hills. It wouldn't be called Valley Railways if there weren't valleys. And there's also, you can see our sneak peeks, and you can look around one of our stations and one of our trains. And you can also mess with our signals. So yeah, a lot that you can do. Not really much stuff here that we haven't sneak peeked previously, but it gives you the chance to explore everything and try out all the stuff we have. So let's transition back to this. We actually have a lot of people in the server now. So yeah, join up using the link in the chat and also in the Discord server.
Everyone is going to the signals. I guess that's the main attraction now.
Yeah. Everyone wants to press the buttons. Oh no.
Yeah, do it before you get banned for messing with them.
Cool. I just had to fix my stream there. Okay. Yeah, so if that's what most people are heading for, then let's mess with the signals then. I actually haven't really tested this out too much.
I mean, it's definitely not the final version
green.
Of the signaling system.
Yellow. Other yellow. Red. And they do work, by the way. They do work with the driving system in game, just in case that was a worry you guys had. But this is not just a preview stream. It is also a Q&A as well. So, Generic, do you want to answer the first question?
Oh, sure. Let me just get the sheet up. I would like to do a bit of a introduction to the Q&A first, though.
Yeah.
I guess that's
Go
kind
ahead.
of necessary. We had quite a few questions, a few duplicates, a few joke questions. Those were either merged or removed. But yeah, we're going to answer some questions. We are also going to answer some questions from chat. But Movies is going to manage that, so let's just start. So, how many trains, stations / operators will there be on release? Well, on release, we will have two to three trains. All of them will have multiple variants, by the way, so you will have more variety, of course. And for release, I know it's not much, but we are only going to have one operator at release. But I am going to say those in the booster lounge and content creators lounge already know we already have some more operators planned, so don't worry. And the number of stations, I will tell you it will be more than 8. I will not tell you the exact number, but it's more than 8. It may or may not be double digits. Yeah, basically, that's it.
Thanks, Generic. I know a lot of people were worried because we've only sneak peeked one train so far. There will be more than one train.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, do not worry.
The second train is just taking quite a bit of time to make because it is kind of an annoying train to model. Yeah. Do you wanna take the next question?
Sure. So, many people have asked the same question. I mean, obviously, you would ask, what is the release date? And we don't have a release date at the moment. We of course have goals with release that we want to reach, but I'm not going to make any promises because then if we break them, people will get mad, and all of our developers do have lives outside as well, obviously. But yeah, Movies can add something to that if he wants. I don't know how much I can reveal. So yeah, you can. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can also try on our merch that we put on sale earlier this month.
Yeah. All right. I think. I don't know if Movies is answering question right now because the stream is a bit delayed. So I'm just going to move on to the next question. Are there any game passes? No. And we made the agreement with Movies that we are going to revive this game, as some of you may know. There was a earlier version of VR which we are not going to talk about right now because it's a bit controversial. But basically, at the revival, we agreed with Movies that we are only working on this game if there are never going to be game passes, because we understand that game passes are there to basically pay developers, but I think there are many better ways to basically pay developers than having game passes. So yeah, we are not going to have any game passes ever in the future either.
Yeah, thanks. I know. With the recent situation with obviously SCR and their Game Pass, it's been a bit of a controversial subject in the transport community. But yeah, there will never be any Game Passes. Another thing that people were asking about, will there be any roles? People were asking about if there will be, can you play as a guarder or a signaler or a dispatcher? For 1.0, it will only be exploring and driving. There will be no extra roles other than what you'd expect. But we do have plans in the future to add some more in-game roles, like guarding and signaling, as you say.
Right. Another question that has came up a couple times is, will there be electrification or metro? Well, we already talked about the fact that there will be only one operator in the first release. We don't have much of the future updates planned. We have a couple operators planned, but I'm not going to reveal anything. But I will reveal that in the first version there will be only diesel electrification. I don't know if I can really reveal it, but on one part of the map there will be overhead line equipment, which will be part of a future update. I'm not going to tell you which one, but it is definitely planned.
Yeah, I think movies has something to add as well. I'm not sure though. Cool. Okay, so in the meantime, before we answer the next question, let's have a little look around the this preview area. It contains a lot of our models like this. Mango has definitely put a lot of detail into these
Electrical boxes.
Yeah, and obviously the trees. And most of these, who made these? Like station assets?
Well, most of the station was made by VAD, I think, but most of the models were made by Mango. The trees were made by The Lost, I think.
Oh yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Movies is sporting some of our merch. Okay. We should move on to the next question. And people have been asking. This is, I think this is personally for me a feature that SCR is definitely lacking. Free cam. The option to move the camera around freely while you're driving a train. Yes, that will be a thing that will be coming in 1.0. You will be able to press. I think the keybind is Shift P. And yeah, do the free cam like you can in some other Roblox games.
Yeah. Quite what question we got was, what happens if you hit a buffer? So what happens is you'll get stopped if you're driving slowly, but you will get despawned if you're like crashing into it at high speed. But if you do that enough times, you may or may not get a achievement. So do look out for that. I also had a massive voice crack in the middle.
So, one aspect of the game which I think is pretty important that we've not really talked about is the currency. Like, what do you earn and what can you get? So the currency you get in Valley Railways is tokens. You get tokens for completing a stop or just playing the game for a long time. And as you would expect, you can use them to unlock new routes and trains. But another currency we have is XP. And we can reveal that this is going to be collected in a format that is totally different from other similar Roblox games. So yeah, XP is not a currency. You can't buy stuff with XP, but yeah, experience will be used in a very different way than you're probably used to with train games.
Well, one of the most interesting questions I think that was asked was, what will the game be more similar to SCR or BR? I think I have talked about this in general chat, like in the early days. We want the realism of VR to be basically between SCR and British Railway, because it is not that hard to be on the same level as SCR, let's be honest. SCR is, if you look at it, quite a simple game, but BR, I don't think any of us have the same skill sets as the developers for BR. BR is a very well made game, but I think we can make a good in-between game. So to answer the question, really, I don't know which one it would be more similar to. Personally, it would be probably BR in terms of realism, but in terms of simplicity, it will probably be SCR. Of course, we will have more realistic driving systems, because, let's be honest, most people don't like the SCR driving system, so yeah.
And we are looking at adding some like unique features that like neither SCR or BR have, just to make sure that our game has our own unique style, because like obviously if it was exactly the same as other train games, no one would play it. So we are looking at adding some features exclusive to VR, so look out for those in the future.
Right. We already answered that question.
We have answered a lot of questions, yeah.
Yeah, oh gosh, there's still quite a lot though. What will the map look like? Well, the map, I don't know how much I can reveal about that. The problem with this Q&A is that we can't really reveal that much because then the game wouldn't be too much fun to explore. But if you have seen the preview, which is the map,
I'm
actually
trying to find
it's
it.
right
Yeah, here it is.
Right here. I think you can make out that there is going to be at least one branch line and there is going to be a main line. I will say though, since this preview has been posted,
there's been some updates.
It has actually become outdated, so that is
still an element of suspense.
Yeah.
I don't know what random's doing.
Some people are climbing hills, I think, or ways.
Yeah, what else is there that I've not really spoken about? There's obviously our Class 158 over here. That's the only train we've sneak peeked so far. Also, our in-game advertisements and our ad board system. They are in here in the game.
Yeah, you may want to look at some of them because they can reveal some things.
They do. Yeah, I did spot a couple of new things in some of them. So yeah, look out for those ads because they might tell you a thing or two that we've not revealed in sneak peeks yet.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a hint on the ads. The ad which has the 150 coming out of a tunnel, that you may wanna Look on the dashboard.
Yeah, I think
On
that
the
one's pretty easy.
Yeah, basically. Let's look at some more questions actually. Can you sound? This is just a quick question. Can you sound the horn just like in other games? Of course you can. It will be necessary. And what is the cheapest train in the game right now? Someone suggested that we make the default train an option between all the trains, so you can select a train that you want to get for free at the beginning, and you have to unlock the other ones. So we will use that system. So currently, technically, legally speaking, all of the trains are free. But if you buy one of those trains, the other two will become paid for. So,
Yeah, you start with a certain amount of points, and you can choose between which train you want to get first, and probably route, but we've not decided on that yet.
Right here.
So a quick one that I'll answer now. Someone asked about the announcement system. Who is going to do the? Well, what are the platform and onboard announcements going to be? And we don't really have like a complete answer for this, but I can tell you that we are recording those soon. So you will be hearing in game. You will be hearing announcements.
Yeah. Will private servers be free? This is also a quick question, but we don't really have an answer for that right now. What you gotta understand is, of course, we want to make as much of the game as accessible as possible, but private servers are one of those things that either have to be like paid for, so, or you will have to balance out the lost revenue on those private servers which are free. We don't want to make the game paid for, everything you have to pay for. Like, we don't want that, of course, but there's a chance that private servers won't be free. But yeah, you just can't avoid some things being paid for. But we are not going to include the Game Pass, so that's neat. So, because that was a quick question, I'm going to move on to the next one. Will there be events where people can get their own shop names? Yeah, basically there will be opportunities for that. I actually personally don't know about any of them yet, but that's also not my department. I think because Potato is head of community, I think it's his responsibility. But yeah, there will be.
Yeah, I think Movies has already run quite a few sort of like mini events where you are able to get your own shop name, but yes, there are going to be plenty of opportunities for you to have your own shop name. There might even be one at the end of this stream. I mean, who knows?
Oh. Right. Since I'm a developer, I will also answer the next question. How hard or easy was development, and do you have any advice for people who want to make a train game? Well, this is quite the question actually. It's not as simple as making stations. Of course, you have to be good at making stations and scenery and coding in general, because Roblox is becoming more and more realistic, and we have to keep up with the times. So it's becoming harder and harder to develop the game. But if you have decent modeling skills, if you have any coding knowledge, or you know someone who's willing to help you with coding, you can make a train game, but you will need a pretty sizable training team. Train? Why did I say train? You will need a pretty sizable team to be able to release a decent game with decent amount of content. Of course, we designed the map so we can release it in a realistic time. We don't want to spend a year working on it, of course, because one of the issues with the old game was we made the map too big. We made the plans too big, and that's why we could never release it, among many other things.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised how big if you think, oh yeah, I can model a few stations, I can get our train game, you really don't wanna underestimate how important the coding aspect, or just how difficult it is to do stuff by yourself. Like, the team is an essential part of it, and I think that is what makes games like SCR and BR so successful. But it's much easier when you have a team. A team also who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, organization is key, I would say, because
oh yeah, definitely.
Everyone just doing their own things is not gonna end well. Right.
Movies. Do you want to answer the next question? Because
movies has been quiet. Even though he's not speaking, he's been quiet.
Yeah, and also movies. I think you've prepared your own answer to the next question, so I don't know if you're actually listening.
He's been logging questions.
Oh yeah. Yep. Thanks, movies.
Very cool.
Basically, all his idea to restart this project. So can I get some thanks, movies, in the chat?
Very cool, movies. We love you. Anyways.
So one of the questions we got was, what are your expectations for this game in the future? And we do have a roadmap that has some of the features that we plan to add in both the short term and long term of the game. But more generally, our goal with VR is to just bring a ton of amazing features and gameplay elements for the community to try and play. So yeah, just to create an entertaining game that people want to play is our aim. Yeah.
Right. Build a game, contain any original content from the original VR? No. Simple question. Simple answer. No. The old game had some good elements, but it wasn't. It's not up to today's standards.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's
one or two of the names are reused, but there's no like
yeah, you may have
models or
seen
anything.
that already in sneak peeks, in hints,
Yeah, if you remember the old game.
and on the adverts. But I was talking with someone. I think it was Chucky Rabbit actually, or someone who was saying, "I found the old game. They are totally reusing names, VR, but not for all stations. So don't just say, oh my god, it's I don't know, New Leicester. Oh my god." No, we are not doing that. So we are reusing one or two original names, and that's it. No, you didn't answer that one yet.
So
I think, yeah, you answer.
yeah, okay. So we've already answered one about electrification, and we said that there will be an option for overhead wires in the future. But one of the questions we got asked was, if there are going to be overhead lines, will the pantograph be usable? Will the pantograph work? Because it doesn't in SCR. Not to create beef or anything, but yes. Yes, the pantograph will be animated. And I'm not sure if there are plans for a third rail, but I assume that if we're adding third rail, we'll animate the third rail shoes as well. Although I'm not sure. I've not seen any plans for that. But yes.
Right.
Yeah. Long story
Yeah,
short, pantographs will be working. Yeah, and movies.
I think it's kind of a standard now. Will there be a future where we should do paperwork and to our train and walk to our train and return to the depot future? We are not adding paperwork, all right? Oh crap! We are not adding paperwork to VR. I don't think that will be quite fun. We may add something like that. I'm not promising anything to the experienced driving thingy. You may have seen there will be different tiers of realism on the driving system, but I'm not promising anything. And I will say, returning to the depot is something we are actually planning. So yeah, that's all you're getting from this question.
And also, even if something like this did come with the realistic driving mode, which I'm not saying it will, realistic driving mode is not for 1.0 anyway. That is going to be for a later update. Quite a simple question that we got asked. Will the unit for distance in game be miles, kilometers, or studs? Miles. And
yeah,
also,
we have talked about adding also kilometers as a settings, but the default will be miles.
Yeah, and considering we have quite a large European audience, that might be a feature that we end up adding. But right now, it's looking like the main unit will be miles. And another question: where does the game take place? England and Wales. Well, just Great Britain. Yeah, I know, we're just another one of those British games, but it was the obvious choice. The original game was, so
Yeah, Wales is kind of a niche location, in my opinion. We wanted to originally include Welsh station names, but
Llanfairpwll, Cringlis,
but the issue is with everything we have to blame Roblox because we will probably be banned with some of the station names, and the second we all also have to get announcements. So yeah, that may be a bit difficult. So for release, we are only going to have English names, but we are definitely looking into having more variety with Welsh names as well.
Definitely. So I don't know if we got a suggestion about like challenges and badges and stuff, and I don't know if the same person who suggested that is the same person who asked this question, but will there be challenges and badges? Definitely, there will definitely be badges, and I believe we have challenges planned for 1.0 as well. Yeah, and they will probably both be updated in future updates as well. So you can look forward to that.
Next question is about AI passengers. I understand many of you like the AI passengers in VR, and some of you may have spotted a rig in the trailer. I'm going to tell you that was just a model left in there accidentally. It's not an AI passenger. I'm sorry to disappoint you all. The thing is, the game is already pretty laggy. We are reducing it, of course, but I will tell you this: AI passengers will be in a future update.
Yeah,
so you
but
can look forward to that.
I mean, AI passengers is really difficult to code in, so it definitely won't be in 1.0, but yeah, future update, as you said. On to the next question. More questions about comparisons to other train games, because I think people want to know about the appeal that this game has compared to other games, especially British Railway, because British Railway is often seen as like a benchmark for realism, I guess, in Roblox Transport. But this person asked, will the game be more realistic than British Railway and has more features in all trains? So I think they're referring to like interactive features in the train, like in the cab or something. Yeah, and our answer, initially it will be just a classic train simulator game, probably similar to SCR in terms of the system, the driving systems we have. Well, not really, but like, yeah.
We are going to have our own system.
Yeah, our own system. It won't be
Yeah.
SCR system, just to get that out of the way, but yeah, no. I think probably the realistic features that you're referring to, those will probably come with realistic driving mode, which will be added in a future update. So I'm bad at answering these questions.
Will there be different weather? Like many other things, we are planning to add them in future updates. The thing is, this is a bit of a side point, but I have to add, we don't want to release everything in version 1.0 because we have said this. When we were trying to revive the game, that we are not going to have the time to add everything that we want to add, and we also have to keep stuff for future updates. So we can't just have future updates about route expansions and things like that. We want to add also roles, we want to add weather, of course. So yeah, it is going to be added, but not in the first version.
Someone asked about the sounds that we have. Because it ruins the immersion a bit, obviously, if the sounds are really terrible. And this person asked, are the interior and exterior running noises different? They will be. The train will sound different if you have the camera inside the train versus outside. Because that's just better.
Count us more sleepless nights for Redstone.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Redstone. I don't know if he's in the chat, but he is responsible for like pretty much all of the driving and signaling system, so we love Redstone.
Will there be an advertising system? Yes, actually.
I'm pretty sure we have that in the preview game.
I mean, he means as in, like, people can submit their own ads.
Oh, right.
Yes, we are actually. It's one of the features that are kind of neglected in British Railway because, I don't know, it's actually a pretty cool feature. But we are also going to have our own advertisements, so there is going to be an awesome variety of ads. So not just default ads, but community-made ads and things like that. So it's going to be awesome.
So this person has asked about our signaling system, and whether or not it will be more similar to SCR or something like Dovedale or something completely different. So in version 1.0, I think we've already said with the question about the roles, but yeah, we won't have manual signaling in 1.0. That is something we definitely plan to add in the future. But yeah, there'll be a bit of both aspects from those games in terms of like the automatic signaling and yeah, we've tried to make it resemble like British standard signaling as close as we can, but we've also taken inspiration from those games in terms of how to bring that over into Roblox. So yeah, it'll be a bit of both.
You actually skipped the question. I don't know if you just
I will save that
it.
one for the end. We'll save that one for the end.
Alright. Yeah, and there will also be modern and old types of signaling in the game.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you may see some interesting things on different branch lines. But I will just move on to the next question. Will there be double and triple units in the future? Yes. As I mentioned earlier, we will have 3 trains, but they will have multiple variants. Part of those variants will be double, triple units. But we also want to create a system similar to British Railway, where you can customize your train set. But we don't just want to straight up copy a game, so we are going to try to make it our unique system. But we are also going to try to like have something unique to it. Like, yeah, we are going to try to give the player as much freedom with the trains as possible. We are not going to allow custom liveries, though. I will tell you that.
Cool. Keep your questions coming in the chat, guys. We've still got 22 of you watching. It's pretty good.
21 now. Disappointing.
Yeah. So I think we answered this one already towards the beginning, but someone has asked, how many trains will there be? There will be 2 to 3 trains. So there won't be too many off the bat, but it will be definitely more than just the Class 158.
Right, and I want to add to that we already have multiple trains for more minor updates planned. So,
Oh, yeah.
like 2 to 1 weeks after the release of 1.0, you are going to see some new trains. So by the time we get to 1.1, we are going to have more than 3 trains.
Oh yeah.
And of course you have to add the variant, so quite a few options, in my opinion.
We've got some more questions in the chat here. But yeah, what year is this game set? So there's no specific year that it's set. It's just generally inspired off of Britain's railways. I wouldn't say it resembles the present day, but there are definitely some stations that resemble older periods of time and newer periods of time. So it's a bit of a
yeah, I mean,
combination
just the
of the
station
two eras.
over here in the preview game, it's quite outdated.
Yeah, this one is more on the older side, but then obviously we sneak peeked a underground station yesterday, and that one is obviously on the more modern side, so yeah, it's a bit of a mashup.
It's not. I'm just going to answer a question in chat real quick. It's not yet released. This is a preview game. You can join it. The full game is not released yet.
Yeah, so someone's asking where I got the idea from for this game. This is not my game. This is Movies' game. I mean, I guess I kind of did make the original concept back in, I think it was like 2022. So yeah, a really long time ago this concept was made, but this specific project was founded by Movies back in February, so yeah, Movies, I don't know if you want to explain your thing again, or if you don't want to, I don't know. But yeah, we've got some ads here. Most of them show stuff from sneak peeks, but there are some that do show things that we have not shown before. Very cool.
So yeah, cool stuff. We have amazing things here. Of course, we are going to continue releasing sneak peeks because we haven't released all of the map yet to the public. We haven't showed it all yet. There are very cool places that we haven't shown yet. A certain branch line that Vad may know, if you know what I mean. Anyways.
Yeah, lots of things that we are yet to show. I'm very excited for you guys to see them.
Also, the next train to be revealed was actually kind of already revealed. If you go in the counting there is. Well,
I
there was.
I think we removed it.
Yeah, it was removed, I think. But for like an hour or so, it was revealed what the next train is going to be. But none of you noticed, so skill issue.
Yeah, if anyone can guess what the next train is going to be in the chat, then that'll be quite impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to promise any rewards, but whoever guesses it is a cool person.
Well, should we say whoever guesses it gets the shop name? Is that a thing we can do?
Sure. Movies. What do you say? Movies?
Okay, cool. We can. Okay.
Fantastic. Right, let's look at some of the suggestions so far. 150? No, it's not the next train to be revealed. The Class 365? Nope. The 170? It's also not. Guys, we are only going to have diesel trains in the first version, alright? Just a reminder. 68. No, but I don't know if I can say this, but we do want to eventually add locomotives. 156. Alright, bro. 172. No. Okay, another hint. No other Roblox train game has this train.
Oh yes.
Not British Railway, not Stafford County Railway. I don't know if Mind the Gap or one of those other niche games
I don't
has
think
it.
White Coast has it.
I don't think so, but White Coast has some pretty odd trains.
Yeah.
The 230. No, it's not. 519. Nope. 155. 455. Nope. 69. Nice. No, it's not. 41. Nope. Okay, I'm going to give you another hint. It's quite a new train. So yeah.
Pretty new, yeah.
47, 37, 642.
Oh!
197 from Chucky
197.
Transport. Very good. Very good. Well done. Guys, you can stop guessing. It was already guessed. Yes, it is the 197. Yeah. He already got a shop name though. Movies. So yeah, the next train is the 197. As I said earlier, it's taking quite a bit of time to model because it is a quite annoying train to model.
A really annoying train, yeah.
But yeah, we chose the 197 because it's a cool looking train. That's it.
Which is another way of saying impossible to model. Sorry, the last.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Yeah, go on.
I think we are nearing the end of the stream now, but we did miss a question, which of course everyone wants to know. Yeah, there's a few things we need to do before the stream ends, so we need to answer the final question, which everyone has to know. Everyone needs to know the answer to. Will VR support VR? Absolutely. Or at least we're trying. I don't know. It's not my department, but absolutely.
Yeah. As I said, we are going to torture Redstone in the next year or so a lot. So I don't know how he's going to do that. None of us have a VR headset, but we definitely want to make VR in VR. So yeah.
Okay. Another thing before we do our final screenshot. The first 10 people to submit a shop name in the chat, starting from now, will have their shop name put in the game. Go!
Bro.
Is that 10 yet? I don't know. 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
have no idea, but
5,
I don't know. I don't know if
7,
we can.
8, 2, 7, 8, 2. Wait, 9.
I don't know
Wait.
if we can add
Oh,
transport.
I think that's it. That's it. That's it. Stop, stop, stop.
I don't know if we can add that.
Okay. Movies is gonna add those to the whatever the shop thing that we have. So yeah, congratulations to the 10 people that did get shops. So yeah, before we end the stream, everyone who's watching, you can join the game and come on top of the train because we are gonna take a screenshot. Because everyone loves a good final screenie.
Oh no, Redstone sent me a DM. It's scary. I am terrified to check my Steam DMs. What I need to do. Oh, let me get here.
Super, I don't know how you're switching between those different outfits so fast, but... Okay, is everyone here? Oh, someone's still coming. When you're all here, we can take the screenshot. Oh, people are joining from my stream now. People are joining. Okay. We'll wait about 30 seconds more for people, and then we'll do it.
Oh no.
Okay,
on,
is
Adam.
everyone here? Not yet. There's still people at spawn.
Come on, guys. We can't wait here for all day. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk.
Okay, we can't wait forever. I'm just gonna do it now. Take your final screenshots, people. I don't know what the keybind is, so I can't do it, but...
Oh, someone is going to do it.
yeah, Movie's
It's
gonna
not-
do it probably. There you go.
Because
Okay,
movie-
alright. Thank you everyone so much for joining the stream. It's been very fun to explore this. To explore the preview place with all you guys. You guys get to play it, answering the questions that you guys asked. And yeah, cool.
stuff.
Do you wanna? My hosts, do you want to say bye? Generic and Movies?
I'll let Movies do it first. Because Movies is very funny. Sometimes.
Cool. And Generic?
Thank you for watching. goodbye and play the game. Play the preview game. It's very awesome. And also join the Discord server because yes, we are very cool and we post sneak peeks every week. The new one is actually quite released yesterday and it's awesome. You should definitely join to see it.
I agree. Okay, cool. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.